Yo, yo, yo. What's good, big dog? It's your boy Dre, and it's the Samurai Kennel, Samurai Canine with dog fitness tips. Yeah. And mind you, before we get too deep off in this episode, man, this is based upon my research, my opinion, and my experiences. Experiences may vary, and yeah, let's talk about it. We out here, as you can see, hand walking, getting it in. This is a mutually beneficial activity that I like to do. I would say it is actually probably the best activity that I do with my dogs, especially getting ready for uh, getting ready for give me some poop bags because I expect him to poop. Um, but yeah, he sit, Saki, sit. Good. Okay, so I think this is probably singularly the best thing for my dog and I, and I'm gonna break that down for y'all today. I'm gonna break it down for y'all and let y'all know what Dre's thoughts is on the hand walking. I see we got 3 people in there, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button, follow on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. We appreciate you kindly. But yeah, so the hand walking. Now I recently got information that I did not have before. Now, mind you, some of y'all gonna know this stuff already, and that's cool. Some of y'all gonna know it already, but never applied it. That's even better. Because you're aware that what I'm saying is gonna be scientifically based upon the truth and logic, but it also is going to be something that maybe you've heard it, but you never applied or thought about how it works. And that'd be my thing, man. There's a lot of things we do because we were taught to do them and they just work. But knowing how it works makes it even better because you realize how to get the maximum benefit out of it because you know why it works and at what level it works at. So, yeah, today we're talking about hand walking. Now, at this rate right here, he needs to empty out first before I can even get into uh, the best part of the hand walk, which is where we are kind of jogging and speeding up in the changing elevations. But I'll talk about it. What's up? What's up? Hello, hello. So, hand walking, the pros, great for building endurance, great for fat burn, and great for the bond. Okay, so he and I are going to bond. Obviously, we're going to experience things together. He'll notice my pheromones change. I'll notice his energy change when he sees prey animals or things that catch his attention, and we kind of learn each other at the end of this leash. Now, for those of y'all who are new to the channel and are unaware of this, uh, we'd like to do dog training, dog fitness, and dog competitions, dog shows, right? So obedience, confirmation, and athletics. That's what we like to do. And protection. So I would say those 4 areas are where we kind of what our dogs kind of specialize in at Samurai Canine, right? So obedience, confirmation, dog athletics, and protection. In no particular order, just depends on what I feel like working with my dogs on that day or that time frame. Now, uh, as far as emptying out, before all of those activities, you're gonna want the dog to empty out. You're not gonna want the dog biting somebody on the sleeve and having to poop or pee. That would be pretty nasty. You don't want them pooping and peeing in the show ring because other dogs have to come through there, and that's not hygienic. And yeah, man, my brother Big Toyo in the building. What's good, big dog? Yeah, man. Toyo. I'm about to break down the secret for these guys, man. I'm about to break down the secret for them, man. The secret to hand walking, and I learned the science behind it recently. Losing weight. I don't know if y'all seen. Matter of fact, Toyo, I got some videos, man. I done I done picked up about 5 pounds of muscle, man. But slimming down, but still picking up weight. Now, I'm gonna explain this from the human side and the dog side because y'all know my motto is building better people through building better animals and building better animals through building better people. Salute the workers. So, anyways, after the dog empties out, after the dog empties out, the next step is to get the heart rate up to what's called zone two. Zone two heart rate. So I'm gonna break down the zone two heart rate, and the best thing about it is you can do it while you live on YouTube. So a zone two heart rate, and my car's going by. What a zone two heart rate is this. There's some math behind it. You want to do the number 220. It's a lot of cars going by this morning. Take the number 220 and subtract your age from 220, right? And that's going to be your high end of your cardiovascular, where you want your heart rate at, whatever that number is. Now you want 60 to Kali Ozark. You want 60 to 70% of that heart rate, i.e., a light jog or a fast-paced speed walk to get your heart rate. Mine is supposed to be 110 and 146. My heart rate for a zone two should be between 110 and 146. Now, 2 years ago, I had an argument with a brother on YouTube. I didn't understand none of what he was talking about this, but I've come into knowledge about it. And I'm thankful for them arguments because you learn a lot, So uh, basically, what I want to do is I want to get my heart rate just under where I can't talk. So I should be almost out of breath, but still be able to hold a conversation. If you running with your homies, you're walking with your wife and your kids, zone two is where you want to be at for fat burn. If you go above that, you're actually working on the lungs a little bit more and you're burning what's called subcutaneous fat, not visceral fat. I want you to think about that fat, like the fat on a steak. Subcutaneous fat is just underneath the skin. That's the stuff that uh you can shave off. It falls off or will render down into beef tallow. But that visceral fat is ingrained in the muscle. It's intramuscular fat, and it's the slowest to break down. You got to do it over a low and slow cook. So instead of getting your heart rate up real high and getting your body temperature up real high, you want to do a low and slow consistently for about 45 minutes. Now, why am I bringing all this science stuff up? Dre, why are you talking all this science stuff? Why are you talking about this pencil head mess, Dre? Well, look, getting to that rate, that's to burn that visceral fat, that deep fat that got you, look at him, you hear that dog. Getting to that visceral fat. What's good? What's good, Heart and Finish Kennels? What's good, big dog? Getting to that visceral fat, that fat that's hard to get rid of, especially in men, we like to carry it around our midsection. And as I get older, I'm having to fight. I'm having to fight Father Time. You know, you want to burn that weight. So that hand walking is the best thing for that. You get that heart rate up, and you basically are cooking that fat off of you. But you got to go at minimum 30 minutes. You want to be between 45 minutes to an hour with that heart rate. So what I've learned to do is to put on one of the podcasts and just listen. So, my brother Big Toyo or, what I'm saying, one of the other channels go on there, King T and them, you know, they on there, they chopping it up and I'm just walking and listening. I'm calm enough. I can still type in the chat every now and then, but this is what we doing. Now, my goal is to cut back and get that six pack showing before I move back to Texas. I'll be moving back to Texas no later than September this year. So I'm gonna be going back to be a drill instructor. And you can't be a drill instructor and not be fit. I'm fit enough for everyday life right now, but you gotta be able to smoke or recruit. Everything they do, I can do better. And it requires me to be in a tip-top shape. And that's not always just weightlifting and running and eating healthy, but it's also the image. You want to look like a superhero because in many of their eyes, you are the closest thing they have to a superhero. But while I'm doing that, I got a dog show Saturday here in Taylor, Arizona. Now, we've been hitting the slap mill, we've been doing the wall climb, we've been pulling weights, we've been riding the bicycle, and that's cool. That builds that muscle that I like to see, right? That's what I'm talking about, Heart and Finish. Now, uh, we've been hitting the weights and the high intensity, the slap mill and stuff like that, hard lately. Real hard, you know. But look at he marking everything. I love that. I love that dominance. Good boy. Good outside. Good boy. Good outside. But right now, in this last week, all I'm doing is resting him. We might hit the slap mill 5, 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Up until about Thursday. But Friday is the wash. We're gonna wash and we're gonna prepare ourselves. Grooming, nails, teeth clean one last time, looking good before we hit the road. And we'll be dried out. We're gonna look the best we're gonna look. Friday night going into Saturday morning before the show starts. And then I'll be slipping him uh, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of carbohydrates the morning of the show, but nothing heavy. I'm talking about like a finger full of Dine or, a little bit of peanut butter, just something to put some sugars in them for the performance, but nothing of any substance, nothing that's gonna cause him to have to poop or eliminate in the show ring. But yeah, so right now, this morning, we're working on zone 2. And all that is walking, getting that heart rate up to 60 to 70% of my maximum BM blood pressure, right? So yeah, we doing that right now. And the most important thing about it to me is you can get the win line from just working out, but you're gonna notice a win line that goes all the way from the rib cage all the way to this back end right here when you're doing this zone 2. Now, this morning, we've already had water, no food, just a little bit of water, clean water, fresh water. And that'll pretty much be the only water we do for the day. The rest of it will be chicken broth or beef broth because I want the electrolytes and in a high protein, all raw diet. Uh, so far, I've been using uh, blueberry, strawberry, spinach, arugula, chicken breast. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The chicken breast I found, we actually we had got an order from Walmart. It was the wrong delivery, and I don't really do chicken. I like chicken thighs, but they're juicier. But so I took the chicken breast and I split them because you can't return food like that. Once it's been delivered to the wrong house, you can't. Nobody's gonna take that food. So um, I tried to split in the chicken breast, and I like it better than the leg quarters. So what I've been doing is half a chicken breast and then the leg quarters. I get more of that protein, but you also want that bone to flush out everything, and that bone has calcium in it as well. Saki, wait, sit, good. Now that we back here on this walking trail, I can let him off the leash. Come on, I can let him off the leash and let him do his thing. Come on, Saki. Good boy. Now this is how I really get my heart rate up is once he's off leash. Now we walked about a mile with him pulling, which is good for building muscle, but we're not looking for muscle today. We're looking for that win line. Saki, come here. Stay. Stay. Good. Good. Okay. Good. Yeah, man. But this right here is perfect. See, I'm not holding him back. He needs to go a little bit faster for me to get his heart rate up where he needs his to be for fat burn. Man, when we walk in that show ring Saturday morning, we turn their heads. This would be the first year, y'all. This would be the first year that I'm taking him out there in shape. The first year I got here in 2023. Was it 23? I went there. No, it's 2024. When I went there in 2024, he he tore his pad. My fault. He tore his pad. So uh, at leave that alone. You almost hit that cactus. You love hitting cactus, boy. You ain't gonna never learn, huh? But so we had tore his pad, so he wasn't in shape. You know what I'm saying? But he still went out there and cut up on that slap mill and got me a second place, got us a second place ribbon. Yeah, I say me because I'm proud too, but yeah, he earned that. And then last year, come on, Saki. Last year we had we did the wall climb 2. That was our first wall climb year last year. And he came in third on that. You know what I'm saying? And that was out of shape. Get his face. A rabbit. He lost the rabbit, y'all. The rabbit done crossed the road. He over there. Saki, come. Come on, Saki. Come on. Good boy. That right there, he can't. His vision ain't the best, but but that boy is smart in the attack, sharp as attack, ain't he? Wait, wait. Okay, yes, that boy sharp as attack now. But so yeah, but them rabbits and stuff out here, man, like that's real life. I love it, man. I love that real life stuff, man. You can't you can't simulate that. You gotta let them go, and that's why I'm so proud of our training because he actually is getting a chance to be a dog, man. You know, like what's the purpose to me? This just Dre's opinion. What's the purpose of having a dog that look good, look like he can hunt, look like he can go catch a pig or whatever you want him to catch, but he can't really do it. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's like having a Glock that don't really shoot. It's a blanks, shoot blanks. Nah, I want that gun to do what it's supposed to do. But yeah, man. And nah, it's just a testament to what these old yellow dogs is about. Now, Kazi, this will be her first show she going into work. So I'm being a little bit more strict with her because I'm learning her. I don't know if y'all remember last year, she was pregnant going into the show. He said, your dog pad conditioner coming right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mixing the terrain. Man, I appreciate it. So, man, my brother KC in the building was good, big dog. Yeah, man. Saki, wait. Come. Come here. Sit. Good boy. Okay, let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, man. We out here, y'all. We out here. What's that, Saki? Get it, Saki. Get it, Saki. Where's that Saki? Where's that boy? Where's that cat at? Where's that cat at, son? Come on, Saki. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on. Wait. Good. Good. Wait. Okay. Yeah, man. We out here. But yeah, Toyo. Man, let me throw that link in there, Toyo. Let me see. What is this? How you do this jump? People be trying to join me, but don't be letting them join because I be running it from the phone now. I'm on the move. You know, I'm on the move, but it's definitely welcome for any of y'all brothers and sisters who got something y'all want to say about the zones, anything you want to talk about. I'm talking about zone two specifically this morning. I'm getting myself together this morning. Yeah, man. Split pace, 22 minutes, 20 seconds per mile. So right there, get it, Saki. Get it, Saki. He saw one. He saw one. He got his eyes on it. Where? Go ahead, boy. Go ahead, get him, Saki. Where to go, Saki? That rabbit all the way under y'all. That's what I'm talking about, son. Come on, Saki, let's go. Come on, Saki, let's go. Good boy. Good boy. You got that rabbit, didn't you, boy? You tried to. Rabbit cooked him. That rabbit went down the ravine and came back up. I seen him in the road back there behind us. Come on, son. Oh, and another thing we're doing this year, y'all, for the first time, every year we've added something new to our repertoire. So last year it was the wall climb we added. No worries, Toyo. No worries, man. It's man, just like when you be live, I be doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I be there to support you the best I can. And always gonna share it out on the big channel, Shogun Unlimited. But this channel right here is all about, Dre and what Dre doing with his program. On Shogun Unlimited, it's more open to the public, This is more for family, this is more the family channel right here. Um, but yeah, y'all. So we uh we doing our first lure race this year. Yeah, this will be our first lure race this year. We ain't never done a lure competition before, but my boy he went out and bought a lure machine, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna see what we can get. Now he ain't the fastest dog in the world, but his daughter, Kazi's pretty fast. I think she'll do better than him on the lure. Ah, no, don't leave that cactus alone. I think she'll do better than him on the lure and on the Probably on the wall, but I think his power, his back end, his torque is really high. He might not be the fastest, but he got high torque. So I think he's gonna do better than her on the slat mill, just because it's easier for him to turn it. With his, you'll see, y'all know I'm gonna record it. And long as my boy Nate good with it, we even put it on YouTube. Like last year, they let me mic up in the ring, so you could actually see in the show ring what we had going on. And I wish I could have afforded to get the metas before I went out there too, because that would have been a nice angle for y'all to see that as well. You know, but don't worry. I don't even think I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I don't believe in paying all that money for stuff, man. I got some homeboys, they big on gadgets. They want to buy the most expensive gadget they can buy, right? But I don't believe in all that. I believe that, wait, Saki. I believe that the gadgets got to do the work you want them to do. Kelly Ozark, I think the pit bull will enjoy dock jumping. Hey, I think so too. I see somebody coming his way right now. Uh, so I want him here. Wait, Imshi. So Imshi means walk with me, walk beside me, come with me. Imshi. So when I say Imshi, I want him right here beside me, because if there's a person with a dog or whatever, I mean, he's off leash. I trust him, but I want him still right here where I can grab. Wait, where I can grab him if I need to. So the heart rate right now is at 93. It's kind of low. So what I'm gonna end up doing is jogging with him to get the heart rate up above 110, and then we'll adjust as we see fit. Salute, Kelly Ozark. Come on, Saki, let's go. Come on. So we'll jog a little bit just to get the heart rate up. Now we're not going for a morning run. The intent is not to run. The intent is to get the heart rate above 110 and maintain 110 to 146. So we'll jog for a little bit to stimulate that fat burn, and then we'll go back into a walk. I'm tracking it on my Apple Watch. But this is how you do it. This is fat burn. Wait. Good. Good. Saki, come. Good boy. Okay. So it's calculating now my heart rate. And usually the goal is to get in about 2 to 3 miles like this. Last time, I think to get 3 total miles, it was 45 minutes, which is perfect. That's that ideal midpoint of zone 2 training. And yeah. So yeah, 3 miles is like ideal. But the goal is not distance, it's time with the heart rate elevated to that range I told you about. And if you cannot exclusively breathe through your nose, you're not in zone 2, you're actually approaching zone 3, and you need to calm the heart rate back down. So you want to do that. Maintain. Wait. I like how we got distractions and he's still staying right here with me. I love that. I can't do that with every dog I own. But I have decided that once a generation, I'll take one and house it with somebody that's gonna train it or train it. And that'd be my breeders. Everything else would be, pet or if you want to breed it, you can. Like, it is what it is. But just because it's bred by me or somebody I know, don't make it Old Yeller. They got to make the cut for Old Yeller. You know, I want to see some hunt drive, not just chasing the ball, but like I said, if I see a rabbit, raccoon, anything, coyote, anything, they going to get it. Pig, javelina, anything like that, they going to get it. You know, yeah, man, it is. It's always a special one. I need y'all to do me a favor too. Let me see how I do it. They got a thing on here I want to try, but I don't know. I don't know where it's at. They got a thing on here where you can do polls, and I was gonna see if I could do a poll with y'all this morning, but maybe I can't do it from the phone. Oh yeah, yes I can. Yes I can. Okay, hand walking or slat mill. Hand walking or slat mill. Option one gonna be hand walking. I think I figured out how to do the polls off of StreamYard too, y'all. That's why I want to practice with y'all real quick. Slat mill. Okay. Now, y'all should see a poll go on the screen. Now, if you like hand walking, do me a favor. Type one in the chat. Type one in the chat. Joe, what's good, big dog? Yeah, I'm working on this poll right now, Joe, and I'm talking about zone two training of the dog, specifically getting them in shape, the fat burn process. Yeah, man. For those of y'all who don't know, man, that's Joe Church, man. That is the legendary NWA Connie Corso. Man, that's one of the great brothers that's even taking a chance out to let us be heard, bro. Salute to Joe. Salute to NWA Connie Corso. Man, special shout out to Mr. Terry Cornish, man. Uh, Mize and K9 doing exactly what I want to do when I get back to San Antonio, man. Oh, it worked. It worked. Uncle Buck, salute, bro. Yeah, man. So that's how you do the polls on here, y'all. If I can start doing the polls and I can get these dog shows faster, somebody do me a favor, type a two in the chat and see if it pop up on there to vote. Need a favor. Him, it was good. So Hemi asked a very, very valid question. He says, Sup, Dre? I'm not sure if you're talking in terms of dog fitness or yourself, but does the heart rate of the human equate to the same of the dog? 100%. Oh, Uncle Buck, you already voted. I don't think it's gonna let you vote again. And that's okay. So in the terms of the dog, Hemi, I got to look at the dog charts. Um, Zone two is something I was introduced to like less than 2 weeks ago when I decided to get back in the gym real heavy to get ready for and get in shape. But I would assume that it has to go off the dog's resting heart rate. So for every individual person is different. So I would assume for every dog is different as well. But what I can say is this: if I let him roam like how he's roaming right now, he can move at his own pace. And that's why I don't. That's why I took this off of him so he can move and get his heart rate up to where it needs to be at. Now, my indicator for them is man, Hemi, that was a good question. My indicator for him that he's in zone two is that his mouth is not open, or it's only open for short gasps of air, but his mouth should be closed in zone two. You're approaching zone, for example, for humans, you're supposed to be able to hold a whole conversation and breathe exclusively through your nose without having to use your mouth. That is considered zone two for a human being. Conversational, you should better maintain the conversation. Even if you're jogging, you should better maintain the conversation to remain in zone two. That's why typically speed walking or power walking is considered the most appropriate way to maintain zone two for a human. With the dog, as long as his feet is moving and we constantly moving like this right here and that mouth is closed, I'm going to assume that's zone two until I get more details, but I will do research and I have to do that'll be like a no decaf kind of breakdown where I actually do the research. But what I do see is, and this is like I said, disclaimer from earlier in the show, personal experience with the dog. What I've noticed is when I'm hand walking them during their keep, getting them in shape for the show, the hand walk builds that wind line that I like right along the rib cage. Saki, wait, good. Okay, let's go. Let's go. And then we just get our heart rate up by jogging, tenth of a mile, quarter of a mile. We don't want to. We don't want to get to the point where we can't have a conversation with you, if that makes sense. You want to maintain the heart rate where you don't need to use your mouth to breathe. I should be able to talk to you this whole time. Slightly winded is fine. That means I'm at the higher end of zone two. But I actually have my watch on that calculates my heart rate. So I'm at 124 right now. I'm like perfect. It's like perfect. You know what I'm saying? My midpoint, 110. Wait, there's a school bus coming. Come on, come on. So I'm at 124. That's like a perfect heart rate for you for my age. Now, 110 is supposed to be the low end for zone two. For me, 146 is the high end of my zone two. Anything over 146 is considered zone 3, which means that I will not be able to exclusively breathe through my nose, and I may not be able to hold a conversation with you. Now, I know it sounds all sciencey or whatever. That's why I just go off of physical characteristics of it. Right now, I can talk to you, and I can talk to the dog when I need to. I ain't gotta stop what I'm doing. Wait, I ain't gotta stop what I'm. There's a car going by. I ain't gotta stop what I'm doing to adjust my dog. And I can even tell. Now I'm getting to the point now where I don't have to look at my watch. I can tell by my breathing what zone I'm training in. And appreciate that, Kelly Ozark. So let's say we got 100% for hand walking. I need somebody to vote 2 for me real quick though, just to see if that the options work. Somebody had to put a 2. I mean, I think I can do it myself. I put a 2 in there. Okay, yeah, it do work. It do work. All right. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we done figured out how to do these polls on here now, boy. What you know about that pizza, boy? Yeah, yeah. Wait, come here. Sit, sit, stay, stay. See, this is what he be getting hit by all the time, y'all. This is a jumping Choya. Come on. Good. Them things, man, they rough, man. Kelly Ozark says, when I'm on point, I aim for 4 miles an hour. So I agree with, and that's the last walk I did with him was 15 minutes a mile. Wait, come. I'm gonna tell you another thing I gotta start doing. So I've cut back on my dairy. I actually been drinking soy milk, but milk has milk has a lot of what's that stuff called? Not grime, but mucus. Milk has a lot of mucus in it. So I've been cutting back on my milk and taking my, and also with me trying to cut up a little bit, I've been taking my protein shakes with water, which is kind of gross, but cut them calories where you can, and yeah, man. So I want to be, when I go to this dog show, I want people to be like, dang, man, I don't know who more fit, the dog or the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way it gotta be for me, bro. That's the way it gotta be for me. Don't go over there. Good boy. Good boy. That's right. But yeah, man, Hemi, I'm gonna have to look that up for zone 2 to get you a real answer. Not no, come on, leave it. To get you a real answer on that. I would, if I was on the computer, I could look it up right now. But I prefer being live and active than being live on that computer. I hate being trapped behind that computer screen where I'm talking about stuff that I ain't actually doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different when you out here active and you doing it and people can see you do it and they see the results. Because results is the most important thing, in my opinion, in the program is results. Like, I don't care what somebody else got to say about what I'm doing. Is the result, are their results better than mine or vice or not? And it's not a, if you're happy, of course your results are gonna be better than mine, and vice versa. But we'll see. I like trophies and ribbons. That's all I'm saying. I enjoy the novelty of it. I don't care who else care about it. I care about it. Come on. I don't know if these are runners or what. Saki, wait. So there's some people coming up. So I'm wait. Come here. Sit. Sit. He says, come on. Do I compound routines? I think that's the ego over targeting a potential muscle group. So I compound routines. I do a split just like I do in the gym, like as a human being. I do a split. And that split occurs like this. So Monday, I like to feel powerful going into my work week. A lot of guys will start off with legs on Monday to stimulate their testosterone, but I'm a chest guy. My chest develops the fastest. It makes me feel powerful. I feel strong. I feel good. So I do chest and back on Monday. Start off the week strong, feeling powerful. Tuesday, legs. So with the dog, my split would be like this. Monday is gonna be the spring foal more than likely. Now, mind you, this is a Monday, but I'm into the week of come on, Saki. I'm into the week of the show. So like right now we're going very, very light. Very, very light. This is pretty much a deload week, active recovery. That's all we're doing this week. But anyways, so a normal split would be like spring pole on Monday, really powerful movement. It's going to engage the abdominals, the dorsal, the neck, the back end. Split pace, 17 minutes, 33 seconds per mile. So we just got another mile in. Um, but yeah, so we start off with spring pole on Monday, then maybe a fast twitch muscle on Tuesday, or long distance cardio like a bicycle or slat mill. It depends. Depends on the dog. With him, I do a lot more cardio because he builds muscle naturally, and I want to keep him lean. With his daughter, it's the opposite. I do a lot more um, muscle building exercises with her because she naturally leans out. So it's based upon what they need. But yeah, with him, so we do a lot of this zone two with him, a lot of spring pole, not as much flirt pole because like flirt pole builds like the fast twitch muscles, um, really explosive muscle movements, and he doesn't need it as much to look the way he's supposed to look. You could overdo him a lot. Weight pulling with him is another thing that I do maybe once every other week to balance out his sets. But like I said, all of this is for non-traditional conditioning. This is all for the aesthetic conditioning or conditioning for the activities I do for the wall climb. So they do need some flirt poling that gets those fast twitch muscles engaged. Uh, good for the wall climb. Good for starting off the slat mill. But for endurance duration, you're gonna have to do some slat milling. You're gonna have to do some running. You have to do some things to keep his heart pumping. But yeah, he says I do steps with my dogs on cool downs. Nice, nice. I got steps in my house. I ain't never thought about that. I ain't never thought about that because that's good for balance too. I like that because my dogs usually they go down the steps so fast. A lot of times they be skipping steps and they hit the bottom of the stairs. They go sliding across the floor. So I guess I would have to leash them and do it that way. He said Monday NNC is chest day. Yes sir, yes sir. Man, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, Cali Ozark. Appreciate that. But yeah, man, chest day. So when I get done with him, when I get done with him, I'm going in today to hit chest day. And I don't know if y'all seen my little video I posted with her. I feel kind of strong. I got that 320 up on a Friday. That Friday was not a chest day, but my coworker, he 30, I think he about 37, 38, about 2 years older than me. But he wanted to hit 315. And I don't know if y'all know this, but I have been out of the gym as far as like lifting weights for pretty much the first 90 days of this year. I I did a calisthenic challenge that I got challenged to by one of my partners, one of my brothers, and my first day back in the gym, I could still do 315 off of just doing calisthenics. So I wanted to get back in there because going back to Texas, I'll be able to start powerlifting, competing again as well. And so I got to throw some weights back in there. But I think that I'm a hybrid kind of person, a hybrid training kind of person. Saki, wait, come. So we're out of the thick of people. So I'm gonna let him back off the leash again. Come on. Do I trust him around people off leash? Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. But it's it ain't just about me trusting dogs, it's about respecting the people around me as well, you know. Um, Everybody don't like dogs. And even though my dog ain't gonna run up on you like that, I still, man, I just being a come on, Saki. He be smelling stuff like that, you know. But yeah. But anyway, so another thing I've become addicted to, y'all, besides this zone two training stuff, another thing I've personally become addicted to is class. And I don't mean bourgeois class. I found out really I'm a middle class person. Like, I'm middle class through and through. Um, Probably like not upper middle class, Lord, no, just middle class. And I'm gonna break it down for you real quick because I got y'all here. You got to listen to me anyway, or you can turn it off. I don't care. But I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about while I'm walking with my dog. So they got these videos on YouTube now, and it's all like seven. It's like one of them was like the 7 levels of cigars. Another like the 7 levels of bourbon. Another one is the 7 levels of firearms. And what it is I'm not gonna lie, I love the breakdowns. Big C, what's good, big dog? I love the breakdowns on them, man. And I'm gonna share it with y'all because I'm gonna do one called the 7 levels of pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? Like the 7 levels of pit bulls. And matter of fact, screw it, I'm gonna do it right now. But I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown of how they work before I do it. So look, okay. Nah, man, it's my phone, bro. Uh, I wish I could afford that Meta Glass. See, Big C, I'm glad you see. I'm about to break it down for you, bro. I'm about to break it down for you. So on these 7 level videos, make sure y'all check out the 7 levels of bourbon or seven levels of wine, whatever it is. But what it does is it tells you how to classify things because I want to understand not just what I'm paying for, but why I'm paying what I'm paying. Come on, Saki, let's go. But why I'm paying for it, right? So in the 7 levels, I'm gonna just start off with the 7 levels of cigars, right? So the first level of cigar is like the one. Come on, Saki, nope. Let's go. Is the Black and Mild, the cigarillos, they're made in factories, right? They're mass produced. The tobacco is mixed tobacco. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get them anywhere. There is no skill required to make them. You get a factory that rolls cigars for you and boom, you got them, right? For mass production. And typically you can find these at gas stations. Then you got your level twos. They're also made in factories, but they're made where you can have they have just enough flavor that you can smoke them by themselves. You know, you don't need no cognac, no brandy. You don't got to bust them down and put something else inside of them. You know, none of that. It's smokable. You know, that might be your Phillies or your White Owls even. You know, but they they're still mass produced. They're not hand rolled yet. Then you get to your level threes, and these are typically throwaways from factories that hand roll them. Come on, using a singular tobacco leaf, but the leaf might have blemishes and things of that nature. Then you get to your level four cigars, and that's right where Dre is at, right them level four cigars. My first cigar that I ever had and understood was an Arturo Fuente. Saki, wait, come here. Saki, come here. Sit. Good. So the cyclist going by. Out of respect for the cyclist, I have him sit. Come on. Out of respect for the cyclist, I have him sit. But yeah. Now, mind you, I got out here early as I could this morning because I didn't want to deal with nobody. But other people had the same idea I had. Come on, Saki. And yeah, so anyways, I was talking to some old OGs on the ship, on the cruise ship, and he was explaining to me that the Arturo Fuente, hey, was actually a Cuban made cigar, but some of the people that work with the Cuban Cohiba company, which is a class 5 or 6 cigar, they went on over to I think Colombia maybe, and they started rolling them in the same way, a singular tobacco leaf without mixed tobaccos. All the tobacco and for that cigar has to be grown in the same country. You can't have Colombian and Cuban tobacco mixed together. It has to be one company, one leaf, check for blemishes. The leaf typically is aged between 4 to 7 years, right? So why does this matter? Why does any of this matter, right? Because at the end of the day, if it does what you wanted it to do, why does it matter how it's made? Well, what matters is you're paying for the experience. You're paying for the experience. And at a level four cigar, you can start to taste the earthiness of a Colombian tobacco or, you know, the sharpness of a Cuban tobacco. You know, man, thank you, Kelly Ozark. I appreciate that. But yeah, y'all. So long story short, you're paying for the experience. You're not paying like you're not gonna get a better quality tobacco just because you pay more money. Honestly, it just depends on the tobacco, right? And what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people that would rather have a black and mild. Wait, Saki, wait. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on, I said. Good. Let's go. You're getting ahead of yourself, boy. Right here is where I saw that rattlesnake. I don't know if y'all see my short, but right here on this little hill is where that rattlesnake was right there. And they be laying out here sunning early in the morning and late at night. So really gotta be cognizant of that when I'm out here walking him. Saki, wait. I just stop walking, wait for him to stop walking. Come here. Come here. Come on. Okay, let's go. But so anyways, I know people that would rather smoke a Black and Mild than a Cohiba or a $200 $300 cigar. Cohibas are not $200 $300. Like on the cruise, I think I was paying like $10 a stick for a Cohiba. But maybe it's $20. I don't know. But it was affordable to smoke. However, that's not what I would. I don't smoke cigars enough to care to stock them. And so a $20 cigar is not going to kill me for one celebratory thing like out on a cruise, right? It's just not gonna. It's just not gonna do it. But yeah. So, anyways, what I was getting at was I'm falling in love with these videos because I'm approaching an age and a portion of my life where I'm approaching the age and a portion of my life where understanding why I'm paying for something is more important than actually the quality of it. And I'm gonna break quality down for y'all again. I've used this analogy before, but I really understand it now. The water that I like to drink is Fiji water, right? It's supposed to be filtered through a volcanic rock or activated charcoal, which is good for your stomach too. He say sake, yes sir. But he say now Fiji water is about $4 at the Circle K that I shop at, and I don't know if y'all can see it, but right over there is a gas station I normally go to get gas. That's a QT, but there's a Circle K down the street from it, and I get this. I drive for Lyft, so I get discounts on my stuff. I get discounts on gas and stuff at Circle K. So I food Circle K heavy. Anyways, um, my Fiji water is like $4.09 for a liter. It's 33 ounces. I drink three of those a day typically. And sometimes I don't buy more Fiji water. I just go to the water fountain and refill the bottle. But the goal is to drink half my body weight in ounces of water. And I can taste slight differences when I fill it with tap water versus that when I actually get the initial Fiji water. There's a difference. It's I can taste the filtration. I can taste very subtle differences. When you're thirsty and it's hot, you won't know the difference at all. I promise you. Nobody cares. I live in a desert. Genetics rocking was good, big dog. So, anyways, that same Fiji water at the Arizona Wildcats baseball or football games, or even basketball games, is $9 to $10. And at the airline, same thing. Same water. No difference in the water. But the experience and the fact that you're a captive audience raises the price of that water, right? No difference in the water whatsoever, but how you procure it. You can't just go and just like I said, there's a Circle K right there and a QT. As a consumer, that market benefits me. They got to compete for my sale. But when you go to a specific location where they control who gets in and who gets out, you are now a captive audience, and you're gonna pay their price, right? So this is why the cost of things has become so important to me. And this is why I want to do this video. I'm gonna have to do multiple versions of this, but I'm gonna go off the cuff today, create some controversy, and give the dog world something to talk about. And then we'll I'll actually go back and make an edited version like the other YouTube channels have been making with these top seven. But we're gonna go from the zone two. Or let me take this poll down too. If y'all want to vote, you can vote by hitting a one or a two. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go with I like that. I like that. And so we about to buy another house in San Antonio when we get back. So definitely Cali Ozark. Definitely. I gotta go with that, man. Cause I was using the Brita they had a pitcher. It's a Brita pitcher. You have to pour the water in there and it slowly filters it. But if you want to drink right then, man, you gotta wait for the filter to filter out, whatever you got going on. So definitely appreciate that. But yeah, so we pit bulls, 7 levels of pit bulls, right? Ah. So, like I said, man, we gotta start off with the Black and Miles of the pit bull world. You know what I'm saying? Or For those of y'all like for the bourbon video, that's the plastic bottles, the Blackie Miles. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to piss some people off with this one. Yeah, so you can get them anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no papers. They don't even necessarily look like. I'm gonna tell you how you know you got a Blackie Mile pit bull, right? I'm not, like I said, it's not about what it can do. It's about the things that you get at that price point. You might get one of these. You might get all 7 or 10, however many identifying factors there are. You might have just one, and your dog might be something you could take and move up or down its class based upon how you breed it. So don't take this personal. But if you take it personal, hey, do what you do. Get out your feelings. Get your panties out of bunch. So look, okay, the wood tips, yeah, man. The wood tips. So look, if you got this is how you know you got a wood tip Black and Mild, right? Okay. If if people have to ask you what kind of dog it is, if they have to ask you what kind of dog it is, they go, "What's that?" And you go pit bull, and they don't go, "Oh yeah, I thought so." You might got a Blackie Mild dog, man. You know what I'm saying? You might got a Blackie Mild dog, bro. And like I said, if it gets you where you need to go, if it gets you that hit, that boost of nicotine energy, if it's got some, probably if you love that dog, it's because the dog is straight fire. He's straight gas. He just don't look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. He don't look good. He ain't got no nice wrapper. He don't come in a tube. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got a single leaf. He might be he gonna look like a level 7, a class a low class level 7 pit bull. You know what I'm saying? Got a little head, got a thicker tail, longer hair. I used to buy them. I know. Like why my dog fur don't look as nice and as tight to the skin as these other dogs. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't because it wasn't bred for that. These were bred for your everyday people. They also can be typically, if it does come with any kind of pedigree, it is super scatterbred. Like there was no purpose besides you got a pit bull, I got a pit bull. We're gonna put them together and we're gonna sell them at $100, $150, $200, right? Literally, I know I've been there, and I realized that class and those type of people, that's not for me. It's too accessible. That's not for me. Hold on just a second. Hemi said, expertise in any area can be noticed by the connoisseur. That average that Joe Average may miss the quality to appreciate. Having said that, the cost for that pleasure can be so. Yes, agree, 100%, Hemi. So, and that's what I'm getting at. You got to find what works for you. I realize, and the reason why these videos are so addicted to me, not once, not because I'll make a list like my wife. Hey, come on. I'll make a list like my wife and my cousin about what I actually use. Like I smoke Arturo Fuente Regals, right? That is the cigar that I'm gonna smoke if I'm gonna smoke a cigar. Like it's so much so that my coworkers, we go to like a celebration, like somebody retiring or whatever, they know what cigar to bring me, and it costs me about $8 a cigar, right? Okay, cool. My secondary, because everybody, I think Cat Williams said this years ago on his stand-ups, and I believe it. Come on. He said this years ago on his stand-ups, and I believe it. He said everybody has a primary drink and a secondary. He was like, if you drink Hennessy and they ain't got Hennessy, you might settle for Crown, or you might settle for, whatever, Remy, whatever, right? So my secondary cigar, if they don't have the Arturo Fuente Regal, then I smoke the Arturo Fuente short story. And come to find out, the short story was designed for gentlemen who didn't have time to really stay at the cigar lounge for long. It's about a half-length cigar. Saki, wait. It's about a half-length cigar. And go ahead, yes. And it's designed for a short story. Like, you kicking with your boys on the block or whatever, you smoke your short story, have you a single shot of Remy or whatever it is you drink with it, neat, and you going about your business. So your old lady tripping that night. You can't stay on the block all night, but you want to be out there with the boys. You get you a short story, a halfie, right? So understanding why I'm getting a halfie, why I'm getting a Arturo Fuente makes my use of it significantly better. If I'm trying to be on the block all night, I'm getting a full-size cigar, full flavor. I'm gonna enjoy it. And then I'm going to get me a double of whatever bourbon or cognac I like. And I'm gonna blend those two things together because the smoke enhances the flavor of the cognac, and the cognac enhances the flavor of the smoke. They work well together. Okay. This is where we get into your level two bulldogs. Hold on just a second. So we say Dixie say same with everything: cars, guns, dogs, etc. The quality, attention, detail, material used, etc. all play a part and demand different prices. Yes, sir. He said, agree, Big C. Kevin Smith, he said, I'm searching for a Jeep Rascal pup. Can you help? I'm certain it's gonna be real hard right. Kevin, I'm laughing because there's an app called Online Peds, and a lot of people that's how they would shop their pedigrees around would be online peds. So yes, there are a lot of people that could get you in that right realm. But the problem is now if they don't have, I never really cared about pedigrees like that. We just another mile, y'all. 28 seconds per mile. So we Kevin, I'm sorry, I don't want to laugh at you. I'm laughing because I know with right now what the game is. Uh, my dogs are known for being Jeep Rascal Red Boy, right? But you're not gonna get the Jeep without the Rascal, or vice versa with my dog, right? So yes, I do know people that can help you with that, right? The people I got my dogs from are Jeep Rascal Red Boy guys. I got some homeboys. Come here, Saki. Come here. Sit. Wait. Sit. There's a cyclist going by. Come on, let's go. He didn't sit, but he didn't budge either. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I can go grab his pedigree and show you the Jeep Rascal Red Boy and where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? I know my dog's pedigree too. You know, it's coming out off Woodall stuff and Pit Island stuff, specifically Dink, Bird Dog, Dino. I actually used to have it even in our intro. I used to have it. I've done a pedigree breakdown before. And on the bottom side, we got a Spike Frisco coming through lines like Dynamite and Santos, right? So that's how my dogs are bred up, you know. But you're not gonna get pure Jeep Red Boy Rascal. For me, I did a pretty much a Woodall Pit Island Garner cross. Um, that's what I ended up going with. But anyways, so like I was saying, so then you get to your starting to blend stuff together, right? So your level two dogs, they might have papers, but they they're probably pretty scatterbred, and you're getting at this point, you're getting a what I would consider a well-bred animal that at least is identifiable as an American Pit Bull Terrier. But I think sometimes with these ones, structurally, there might be some structure issues, some faults, you know, still the fur and the quality. Like I'm telling you, when you touch a actual show dog, like the quality of their skin and fur is like, it's crazy. Like it's different. It's plush. You can actually feel a difference. I promise you. If you go to a show and you lay your hands on a bunch of different dogs, you go, okay, like this is levels to this, you know. And like for me, like I said, I'm a middle. I would say my dogs are like instead of level four, they'd be like level five. My dogs, I've seen dogs with better coats, dogs they're just rangier and they just look tighter. But my dogs can compete with any of them, like athletically, right? So I always go to the athletics. Like my dogs look good enough, they're gonna beat everything beneath them and they can compete with everything above them. But like I'm not sitting here trying to sell my dogs and say my dogs are class seven. They're not. They're not. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be okay with it. I know I'm between a four and a five with my productivity, my dogs, right? What makes my dogs sevens is me. I'm a beast. I can handle dogs really well. You know what I'm saying? I'm a beast with it. So uh yeah, man. He say Heart Finish say we blending trades. I'm gonna get to that Heart Finish because that's higher level stuff. This ain't level two. Level two stuff is I know my dog has a pedigree, but I can't read it. Type that's the type of breeders you're dealing with with level two. They went out, they bought the dog from, I don't know, somebody on the internet. You know, I ain't gonna say no names. They went out and bought it from the internet, but they themselves can't tell you anything about the dog. So it could be a good dog. You're in a lottery right now. Uh, no, Saki, come. No, come on. Good. That's right, Big C. That's right. But so man, I don't even know where I'm at right now. It's about the farthest I ever came down this way. I always go the other way by the house because it's on the back side of the base right here. But Yeah, so level twos, you're dealing with people who bought dogs from people who bought dogs from people who got dogs, right? So it does have a pedigree. A lot of times these people never register the dog, so it has a pedigree, but it's not registered to them. So you're dealing with the headache of, even though it has papers, can I really get this dog registered? Because I don't even know if the dog was properly released and sold and ownership transferred. This is more of a less of a quality of the dogs and more of the quality of people you're gonna deal with at level two. They know enough to get the average consumer because they sound like they know what they're talking about. This is a level two. Um, they might have a YouTube channel. Uh, they might be on social media, or they might be out there really getting it. You know what I'm saying? That's level two stuff right there. Okay. Yeah, but so I would say level two is where the most misinformation comes from. That's us. That's the podcasters. That's level two dogs you're getting. Now, mind you, the dog itself might be a level seven dog. And when I say level seven, I mean perfect, like good pedigree, does exactly what you wanted it to do, healthy, lives over 10 years. Great. We'll get to all of that. We will get to all of that. Right now we're on level two. Um, the dog has flaws that need to be bred out. Correction, weak bones, teeth that fall out very easily, hard to condition, doesn't like to work. Shows. Okay, my dogs don't really show a lot of my females show animal aggression. My males don't show a lot of animal aggression, right? But they show aggression to my dogs. Don't show a lot of dog on dog aggression, but they show a lot of aggression to non everything else. And they will defend themselves if another dog tries them. But my dogs typically aren't going to start the ruckus. They'll finish it, but they're not going to start it, right? So if the dog shows no prey drive, level two dogs, you know what? They got a place. Level two dogs are great for if you just want a house pet that looks like, if you want the V6 Mustang, you don't actually want the V8. You just want to look like you got a Mustang. Level two is where you shopping at. Like, why would you pay level three, level four, and so on up prices when all you want is a dog that looked like a pit bull, might have a good pedigree, and one day you might want to breed it to a higher level dog and up your quality of your yard? Yeah. Okay. Now, level three is where most people, at this point, most people don't start off with level three. Most people start off level one, level two. I would say only legacy dog men even have a chance at level three dog. Level three is, it's got blood behind it. Uh, it's got a pedigree that's signed off and ownership is transferred. Uh, you could take this dog out in public, people identify it readily. It it has some small flaws, but it's willing to work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it don't tug as hard. Maybe it's not great at any one thing, but you got a good dog. You're definitely outworking level ones and level twos consistently. You know, you can you run the block with this dog. If you in the old school sense of things, you stopping everything in the neighborhood. In the new school sense of things, ain't nobody locally outdoing you with this. This is where you now have to start traveling to find competition. You're going to shows, you're doing slap mill races, you're buying equipment for it. It's worth buying the equipment for. You might even take this dog in the woods and grab a hog with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a level three dog, right? The dog can do a little bit of everything. At this point right here, though, price starts to come involved. You're looking at between $500 and $1,500 for a level three dog, right? Uh, it's just enough to ward off people. You're not gonna get one of these as a brokey. You probably have to be a yard man or earn it or earn the respect of the owner. The owner at least understands the history of the breed, whether they respect it or not. Um, you can throw out names, you can throw out the names of people we talk about all the time, and they can tell you about those people and their dogs, or at least the ones they've been exposed to. They're familiar with their dogs and their history. They're identifying traits at this point. They may not be locked in with their dogs, but they're identifying traits. That's the level. That's level three stuff right there. Um, and then level four, I would say is level four is you're dominating at the level three level. So the only difference with level four is you're beating other level threes. You have to make yourself a level four. Yeah, you know people. You've been to so and so's house and you've gone out to, you traveled. You might have a little bit of history. The dogs have a little bit of history, and it shows in their performance. You know how to push them to their limits. You now are probably talking to people and helping them get their keeps together. Your dogs naturally work better than other people's dogs because you know what traits to breed. The dogs are bred for the performance consistently. And that goes back to what Heart and Finish Kennels was saying was, now we're putting together traits. Now we're putting together stuff. Now we're putting together a product We putting together a come on, Sly, we going back. Come on. I forgot we got to take the kids to school. Come on. He mad. He don't want to go back to the house. He want to keep going. I want to keep going too. See, we just was around that bend, but it's all good. Come on. But yeah. So level four, they got history. They know what they're doing when they put these dogs together. They just might not have access to certain things, to the purest of the pure that's working like that, right? Um, but a level four is where I would say 90% of us sit at. Uh, we'll get to level fives and sixes and sevens, and I'll make it make sense. I'll tie it all together. But level four is a good dog man. Level four is just a good dog man with good dogs. That's that's where most of us are happy at. I don't care about being famous and all that good stuff, and I just want to have good dogs. And I can go up and beat some of the famous people right now. I can't beat them consistently. I can't beat them all the time, but man, I'm worth talking about. That's the level four. Level five. These dogs sell themselves. They have everything a level four has, and they can do it in anybody's hands. That's a level five dog. Um, lines that at this point, the line is tested. It is tried and true. It is Red Boy Jocko. It is, Frisco. It is Mayday. We talk about the dogs, the lines now at this point. Level four, it's a certain person got a good yard, but he's using those lines from level five dogs. He's not known, but the dogs are known. At level five, now you're going to the source. You're going to where did this originate from? You can get an old yellow dog from multiple places in the country now. I put them out there, but you ain't getting it. You're not getting directly off of Saki unless you come to me. And I'm not saying I'm level five. I'm using it as an example. One day I aspire to be level five, level six quality of person, but I'm happy right at the 4 and 5 range. Um, this person can tell you things about their dogs, and you're going to learn things about these dogs specifically from the source that you cannot learn elsewhere because they weren't there when it was created. They don't even know the purpose behind it. But now you have a legacy, a lineage. You're buying something because when you buy that, you bought into something that carries weight. You're buying dogs that are they are higher class than you are as far as what's been put into them. You're playing catch up. This is not starter dogs. These are dogs can go anywhere from 2,500, $5,000 or more. Um, because you know what you're buying. You can stud it out. His 2 years old, you can stud it out. You make that money back. It's known. Everybody wants it. It's limited quantity, limited source to get it the way you got it. Yeah, it's gonna go. It's up. That's level five. You're buying the legacy, the name. You going straight to Bulldog Hill and getting you a $2,000, $2,500 dog. Straight from Tom. You got a picture on the internet. Validates it. It is authenticated. It's like buying a jersey that's signed and authenticated from LeBron right now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna carry that way. It's gonna carry that value. Yeah. All right. Level six. Level six is living legends. Living legends. At this point, the dog's quality is not changing anymore. It's about who's working it, but it's about the name. Did you get one? Did you get one from them while they were living? Did you talk to him? Did you talk to the Garners? Did you talk to the Fat Bills? Did you talk to the J Bowls? Do people know where you got it from? And you were chosen by them? You're a protege? Now you're now you're a part of Bulldog history. Now you're a Kobe. Now you're a Lightner. Now you're a Fitzwater of your time. Of your time. It's about the quality of the person, the stories, the memorabilia they have from being around. You're buying the experience at this point. So forget the dog. Who cares if the dog is good? I got the experience of shaking hands with Floyd Boudreaux. Yeah, yeah, I did that. Yeah. Now, when I join in conversations in these forums and these platforms, yeah, I was there. I did that. I done crossed them state lines. I done earned my stripes. Saki, wait, wait. You hear that dog? My dogs actually get slightly more aggressive as they get deeper into their keep. Because he's not an aggressive dog, but as he gets deeper in his keep, he gets a little bit more ornery. about stuff like that. And there's a hole in the fence right there too. But yeah. So uh, that's level 6, living legends. You can still go out and meet them, shake their hands, talk to them. Um, that's that's pretty dope. There's a lot of living legends that we need to get in their flowers while they're still here. You know, shout out to GHK. Shout out to Uncle Rudy, Fat Bill. Um, yeah, man. Say what you want to, but people in other countries know these names. They're living legends, bro. Like, what? Like, so regardless of how y'all feel about these people, like they're living legends. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you're paying for that. You want to be in the circle. You want these living legends saying your name because them saying your name does bring relevance. It matters, right? Good or bad, them saying your name matters because they heard of you. You know, I like to think about these people as if we was in their time and we would have been rivals. We'd have been, come on, Saki, come here. We'd have been rivals. We'd have been going at it. And I've been trying my best to thump their heads, living legends, who you aspire to beat. Michael Jordan ain't just the greatest because he came in and won games. He beat the Birds. He beat the Magic Johnsons. He beat the Dominique Wilkins. He beat the Clyde Drexlers. Yeah, he did that. Wait, he beat the Isaiah Thomas. Come on, Saki. Yeah. At this point, you don't just get to be one. You have to beat one. You have to earn your place at the table. That's level 6s. Wait, two legends. You know they know what they're doing. You know they know how to pick a good dog. So when they clash, it's a clash of the Titans. Yeah. And then finally, level 7 dogs. These dogs right here, they will train. You don't even know you had a level 7 dog until you're gone. The Kobe's pincers, the T's, the dimes, the centipedes, the Maydays, the people that own those dogs that have passed away, the Berts, Sorrels, and Klauses, and even the Mr. Boudreaux, rest in peace, recent, uh, the Mims. Level 7 is not achieved in your lifetime. Level 7 dogs are left behind. After you're gone, you're no longer here to propagate them or push them forward. Other people are pushing them forward for you because of the legacy you left behind. And that's what you're paying for to maintain that legacy. We need those preservation breeders for those lines of dogs that keep them tight, keep them pure. They were around while the person was living to know what the vision was, to understand the mission. To understand the mission. Yeah, that's a level 7. So that's my breakdown, y'all. I hope it was not too boring or it got the point. I know I might have missed some things here and there. Y'all might have thought differently about them. So, do as thou wouldst with that information. I'm not here to be right. I'm here to get it right. And I really enjoy, I genuinely enjoyed kicking it with y'all on in that regard, you know, in that regard. So, yeah, man, it was great. Enjoyed y'all. And I'm walking it out, striding it out back to the house. What is it? We at almost 4 miles. I'm about 2 miles out from the house. So we'll be about around 6 miles for today. Uh, yeah, my boy just chilling with me. But getting it in with him this morning. Then I'm going to Wally World to get some more chicken breasts. Saki, wait. Come here. Somebody walking, so sit, sit, sit. Good. Okay. Yeah, when somebody's walking, I like to, especially I think they got kids, they got a wagon. Oh, she's turning around too. But yeah. So Hemi said, when I first started learning about the breed, It was the famous dog names that caught my attention. Then from there, it went to Foundation Bloodline Breeders. Yes, sir. I'm not gonna lie, like when I first started seeing pedigrees, I didn't understand them at all. And then people would explain to me, like, man, you got this in your pedigree or you got that in your pedigree. And like, man, like it would be like opening opening a pack of Pokemon cards, man. Like you get that one, you're like, man, I don't know. It looks cool. It got to be worth some money, you know. It got to be worth something. It got to be valuable. So you find it and you learn to enjoy it, and it's pretty cool. Um, he say, just checking what y'all using to clean your dog bowls daily. So for mine are stainless steel. I have a pump sprayer. It has a cap full of bleach in it and some actual Dawn dish detergent in there. And I pump it up, and it gives a nice foam froth that I can just spray off real quick. I'm a big proponent of if something requires a lot of excess effort, people aren't going to do it. They're not going to. You're not going to keep doing something that's difficult every day. Most people aren't. Now, mind you, the people that do those people with that great discipline, that's not your average. That's your below. Obviously, that's your elite group. That's an esoteric group. So that pump sprayer takes 30 seconds max. Pump it up, spray all the bowls at one time, put them in a line, spray them off, spray them until there's no more suds. Requires little to no effort. I can be done in 5-10 minutes. All the bowls, food and water bowls. But that's just me. A little bit of bleach, a little bit of Dawn or whatever this soap we got, in a 2-gallon sprayer. Come on, Saki. I couldn't show y'all that because I couldn't show y'all that because I don't just be filming random people. But I thought it was a lady with a kid. But as I got closer, it was a lady with a pug, or maybe a pug or Boston Terrier or something like that. But very, very obese dog. And she's pushing the dog around, and the dog is having trouble breathing. Morning. What's it called? A brachiocephalic dog. So all I know is one of them dogs was smushed in the nose and is having trouble breathing. She's not in the best shape either, but man, that dog and his heat out here, it doesn't bode well, man. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I use 1 C of water, 1 C of alcohol, Red Dawn dish soap detergent, and a professional spray bottle from Low. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's solid. When we get back today, his meal will be in one of them clean bowls. His meal will be uh, chicken, fish, really low carb, maybe a couple oats. That's it. And then antioxidants and berries. And then he'll rest for the rest of the day. Um, if he's acting real rambunctious, I might let him hit the meal for 3 to 5 minutes. And literally all I do at this point is, uh, so we're competing on Saturday. The meal race we do here is 1 minute long. So in the 3 to 5 minute meal, what I do is we'll walk out for like a quarter of a mile to a half mile to warm him up, make sure he's empty. I put him on the meal just like we would for the day of the show, and I let him go for 1 minute straight. I keep him as engaged as I possibly can. Then I let him rest for 30 seconds, and then another minute as hard as he possibly can. So typically he's only gonna have to do that 2 or 3 times at the show. Three real hard minute long bursts of energy like that for the meal race, right? Now for the lure race, he's gonna we flirt pole to get him ready for the meal race as well. And then the wall climb, everything gets him ready for the wall climb. Everything that builds muscle and cuts fat, so he's not carrying it up that wall. But yeah. So we were up to 15 to 20 minutes of those high interval training like that. But also, I'm doing a video on the zone 2 on the mill Zone 2 on a meal, I usually give them something to carry in their mouth, and they'll trot with it, 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But it's a trot like we are now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same as running all out. Like that running all out, those sessions are kept 20 minutes or less. I'm not looking for a dog that can run all out for 20. Can you run all out for 20 minutes? Like give it everything you got for 20 minutes? And I'm not saying we're supposed to be doing what a dog can do, but be realistic, man. Like in any time you've ever had to sprint, even in Olympic level competitions, normally you're not sprinting more than like a 1,200 meter. You know what I'm saying? A quarter of a mile. It is. We're gonna start getting our warnings. I'm surprised we haven't got a letter already saying cut water uses, don't be using the car washes and stuff like that. It's coming. But also, we're headed back to Texas. We had those water shortages as well. So, but we make it work. We make it work. Yeah. But yeah, I'm in Pima County right now. I'm be moving back to Bexar County, Texas. And yeah, man. Well, look, y'all. Uh, we at 4.3 miles. Like I said, I got about 2 miles left to get back to the crib. Just under 2 miles to get back to the crib. I'm going to shut this down and start checking my messages. I've been getting messages this whole live. Um, I took this week off work to finish up the dogs, their keep. So I do got some downtime. So if y'all want to shoot a brother a text message or set up a phone call, it's a good week to do it. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. I will plug my hides right here before I go though. So my hides, they're selling out fast, man. And people are complaining about the price. I'm not the only person that sells hides. You can get them for once again, you can get them for a much cheaper price at other places. Uh, the whole thing about class today was not about, uh, I'm not here to stock you up on highs so you don't need them anymore. If that's the case, you got to go through the legwork of dealing with the ranchers or dealing with the people that process hides to get them at that price because you can get them for real cheap. My thing is, you're paying for the convenience. I'm putting it in your face. All you got to do is make the order, send the money, and it's coming. And when I show up the dog shows, I sell them in person as well. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So you can sell them for whatever price you want to. I will be real with you. Literally, I had a brother that I was getting highs from before. I guess he got his panties in a bunch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He probably watching this right now. He got his panties in a bunch. Stopped responding to my messages. And then he had the nerve to go on my Facebook page and complain about my prices. Right? So I screenshotted the messages between us two and showed him where I was trying to buy from him and help him get some bread. I'm not trying to get all the bread by myself. I'm creating opportunities for people, bro. And so I put him on blast. Then he want to go to the inbox and talk. Oh no, you was big dog. You was talking out loud. But now you want to go to the inbox and you know what I'm saying and play a tough guy in the inbox. Like I'm not coming to Texas. Like we're not gonna run into each other at the Houston show. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not out here talking gangster stuff, man. I'm just saying, like, if you're feeling some type of way, man, I'm 215 of pretty much solid muscle, bro. And I'm not out here trying to chud, whatever the dude name is. I'm not trying to chud nobody and bait them into a fight. That's ignorant to me. But what I'm also not about to do is let somebody talk to me all kind of ways, or especially with my family around, because I go to the shows with my family. Um, I'm not about to let you just talk to me all kind of ways and mess me up for doing the right thing. I got a strong place in my heart for people that are doing it the hard way. You know, um, I'm always gonna champion LeBron. Uh, People always they always compare him to Jordan. Man, LeBron represents everything that I love, man. Um, Not saying I want people to go through what he went through, but you came from a single mother home, low income neighborhood, found a way to get out the hood, took your homeboys with you, employed them, got your wife, ain't never embarrassed, even if you're doing dirt, whatever. I think all NBA players do dirt. Even if he's doing dirt, he ain't ever embarrassed his wife. His wife ain't ever embarrassed him. Raised his sons. Both of them, hold on. Both of his sons got promising futures because of him, right? As a man, I don't understand how you can want more than that. And anybody hating on that, they can eat a dick, bro. For real, you can eat a dick. Feel how you want to feel about it, but that's literally how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect everybody, but that story, the way it played out, one of the longest, the most successful career, by the way, longest longevity, still dropping 20 plus, still making the playoffs. Yeah, man. Long suffering. That's what manliness is all about, long suffering. And that brother has done that. That brother has done that. So um, I got a special place in my heart for the underdog, people trying to do things the right way. And I got a special level of hate in my heart for anybody who try to stop them. Man, thank you, ZMF. Oh, Matt, thank you. Yeah, so skill set wise, yeah, I mean, he's way more athletic than Magic Johnson. But I'm talking about like life, not just the basketball. I'm talking about the life, the hurdles in life. The court is the escape. That's what people don't realize. The game, the sport is the escape. Uh, Come on, the playing basketball is the escape. It's not the who cares? Like you could be a class seven baller, but if you got a good life like that, who cares if they make more money than you? Like that's what I'm saying. Like after the career is over, after the lights is off, LeBron will have a legacy that has it transcends basketball, right? Like it transcends basketball. Like for the next 3 or 4 generations of his family, unless they just get on drugs real bad and screw off the money, he has created a dynasty of a family. That's what I'm talking about. His sons can be absolute boo boo, can be absolute boo boo, but he's shown them what it took for him to be as great as he is. They have tried their father's trade. Their father's trade is basketball. You understand what I'm telling you? They know that their daddy had to go out and get the bag, and they know how good he had to be to get the bag because they are trying to get the bag. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Magic definitely with the whole HIV thing kind of tarnished his legacy. Magic was close, but nah, like Magic that was an indicator of infidelity, man. And to the general public, infidelity is a big no-no. You know what I'm saying? So um man, I just got respected. So yeah, but okay. So as far as Jordan, as far as role model stuff, I don't know enough about Jordan. And this is a generational thing too. I don't know enough about Jordan. I don't know how many schools Jordan built. I don't know how much money he gave to charities that he didn't have to. I don't know that about Jordan. All I know is I like his shoes, I buy them, and I wear them. You know what I'm saying? I know he was a great champion, a great player, a great leader on the court. I don't know nothing about Jordan's personal life. And that's no dig at Michael Jordan. But that's one of those things where, okay, you got icons, you got role models. I would say Jordan is an icon. He's iconic. That's all he need to be. It ain't his job to be a good role model. But that's why I give LeBron the kudos at. LeBron did great, and he's a good role model. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't have to go looking for positive things LeBron did. It's in your face. And when I see people hate on that, regardless of him, if you remove his name from what he did and just look at the actions are solid. And that's why I'm like, yo, y'all boys is flawed out here, bro. Y'all boys out here in this game is flawed. Flawed. And that you only gonna think about what resonates with you. I got kind of I ain't gonna, I'm not LeBron, but I understand where he coming from. Yo, I was told how to do something the right way. I did it. I'm making money doing it. I'm enjoying myself. I'm healthy, and y'all niggas don't like it. Boy, y'all niggas can eat a dick, all of you. All of you. You know what I mean? Those who feel that way, because at the end of the day, they're not mad at you. They're really mad at themselves because you're showing them all the opportunities they squandered to do it the right way. That's what they mad about. Anybody got time to do it the right way. So you spent 10 years in jail, or how long you spent in jail or prison, doing it the wrong way, learned the same lessons I did, but I didn't have no hiccups. And now you mad at me? Boy, shut up. And every one of the people that I'm talking about that I personally witnessed that had issues with you trying to do things positive and legally the right way, every one of them fits the criteria. Like literally, like I was talking about, like the things you deal with in certain tiers of people, literally, there's a class of people who, because you did it and you didn't get in trouble, or because you didn't do it and you didn't get in trouble, there's you haven't been through anything yet. Do you know how hard it is to do the right thing when other people are doing the wrong thing around you? Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is to stay solid when people like you, are in their ear talking about, man, that's weak. Yeah, no, was I'd say what's weak. What's weak is letting your emotions get in charge of you so much that you go out and do something illegal, spend how many years, months away from your kids and family, you ain't there. So now there's no man there and daddy government taking care of you. That's easy. What hard is getting up every morning and figuring it out. That's what's hard is. That's what's hard is. So don't let me tell you what your life is about. If you made a mistake and you bounce back from it, you did you. Don't you ain't I ain't supposed to react. You're not supposed to relate to me. You didn't live my life. Our lives are not relatable. You go find you somebody who lived your life, or maybe you can see the benefit in doing it differently. Yeah, man, we got two good looking bulldogs, great looking bulldogs. They good looking. Excuse me, are those your pits? Are those your pits? They beautiful. Have a good one. Nice looking dogs, man. They pulling them a little bit too. What's up? You did? They look great. They look great. Have a good one. Come on. So yeah, I want to walk up, but like he's struggling to control his dogs, and yeah, he said Jordan was his generation's Will. Yes, and yeah, agree. Now, as a businessman, I fool with Jordan. Like, don't get it twisted at all. As a bit, like there's different things. There's different strokes for different folks. Like, I think Jordan has some of the best business of all of them. You know, because a lot of them modern day business strategies that came after Jordan's business strategies. You know what I'm saying? His swagger, a million. His swagger, a million. Yeah, but that's just me. That's just Dre. That's just Dre figuring out life. But y'all know how we do before we get up out of here. I like to give the Christian watch word, so I would like to go ahead and get out with y'all. Because I got to get back to my house in the next 15 minutes. My wife probably looking like, where is this boy at? So we can go to this gym. Go to this gym, man. I'm gonna have to get y'all some of my gym footage too, so y'all can see how your boy doing. I feel pretty good, man. I feel pretty good. I feel healthy. Feel blessed. Let's see. Got on my Joe Abraham shirt for the Queen of Hearts out here, letting people know, see the merch. All I want to wear in public is my stuff, my brand. I'm my own greatest brand ambassador. So yeah, man. He said I don't follow LBJ or Jordan, but they don't seem to show off their wealth. Yeah, money. Yeah. Um, I will say this though, man. I Humility is something that is it's only a value if used appropriately. Um, in his situation, it's a his wealth and flaunting it is bait. Baiting people to hate him is why people show up to watch his fights. So I get it. It's a marketing tactic. Lil Boosie said it best. He said, what did he say? He said, I ain't never had S, but I can F a bad B. Faster you can count to six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, she hit. And so when you come from not having to having, the etiquette of having may have not been taught. That's a process. So we at 5 miles now, y'all. Ooh. So we etiquette, uh, humility. These are qualities that, man, uh, that are learned from your parents. They're learned from your peers. They learn from your environment. So if you come from an environment where you ain't really had nothing but your hands, when you finally get it, I don't. At this point, I'm certain he's aware that he could do things better. So yeah, I mean, he could change if he wanted to. But I look at it like I come from a small town. People tell me all the time I could do more and be more than what I am. They don't realize I came from a town of 1,700, and I probably make as much as the mayor of that town makes now. You know what I'm saying? Like just by doing the right thing and staying humble. So for somebody on the outside looking in to say what somebody else should do or how they should act, uh, that's a pompous way to look at life. Um, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like it's you know what you would prefer to see. And if that's what your preference is, to just be a fan of those people who embody your core values and hope that they beat the people who don't embody your core values, but also push them and support them so they can win over those people who don't embody your core values. You know, uh, that's it. Cheer, cheer for what you want to see. Push that forward. Big C said, "Him is his persona." RBG was good, big dog. Yeah, but it's I love that car right. I want one of them so bad, the Durango, or I want to upgrade to the Texas edition Suburban. That I don't care. As long as it's American made, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, I don't care. As long as it's American made. He said, "What about Manny? He ain't talking about bling bling." But that's where look where Manny come from. Like Manny's background in the Philippines, that's a tough life. I don't know if you ever been to the Philippines. It's a tough life over there. You know what I'm saying? Manny got more of the personality like I got. Like I come from a small place, man. I'm just trying to get it, take care of my peoples, trying to see my peoples grow. Um, where Floyd come from, his own peoples that eat him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's yeah, we talking about socioeconomics. Socioeconomics. If you come from a place that's dog eat dog, that's all you know. And if you find success off of that, why would you ever let that go? Or if you come from a place of winning and taking care of the whole team, and that's valued where you in your community, then yes, that's what you're going to display because it was reinforced. It was a reinforced behavior. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, like okay, I'll give you an example. A lot of rappers and famous entertainers are cheese balls, and they spend all this money and flash it to get women and get attention, right? But if that's what gets them the validation they're looking for, of course they're gonna go to it. And they're gonna look at you like look at the brokey who doesn't have the money to do what I do. Why would they listen to you? That's like a person that owns Chihuahua trying to tell a pit bull person how a pit bull person is supposed to act. You don't even have the same kind of dog as me. And it's the same thing with money. You don't have the same kind of money as me. I don't have the same kind of money as them. So that's what if that's what's getting them on TV, that's what's getting them these endorsements. Because you also don't know what their contracts say they have to do either. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what's working, do I agree with it? No. And I also don't have $2 billion to flash in front of your face to disagree with you. You know, yeah. And maybe he learned from his mistakes. I'll give you an example. Okay. I'll give you an example. And I've told this story before, but I'll share it again. When I used to hoop, I was the most humble person on the court. I could come down and dunk on somebody's head, and I would be the first person back on defense. While the rest of my team is celebrating the dunk I just did, the crowd is going crazy, and I'm back, right? Now, what it actually did was, looking back on it as an adult, it made the crowd feel like they weren't a part of my success. Because for them, it was like, you can't even break character for 1 minute and show us 1 ounce of humanity. You're just a robot. Nobody likes that, bro. Like literally, yes, we won a championship. And I feel like that persona was needed a bit. But I felt like I'd have been much more marketable to a college that's trying to sell tickets if I had been the kind of person that maybe I dunked it, smacked my chest, looked at the crowd, got them involved in the game, and got back down the court. Same exact uh, points or same exact outcome of the game, but the feeling, the way the crowd comes out, man, I can't wait for Dre to get one so we can turn up and we can throw popcorn at us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they never got to be a part of my celebration, right? So, looking back on it now, when my kids, if they do a little bit of celebrating, I'm like, okay, cool. Because my uncles, they killed that in me, bro. They drove it in me. You don't celebrate, you get back, you play defense. Yeah, yeah, I did. I did all of that. And it got me overlooked by players that were, they didn't even get as much burn. They didn't have the points, assists, or steals, but they were more personable. They had a story. It matters. Like the people with money, they don't care about who's good and who's bad. They can go, anybody can go look at numbers and give you the best numbers. Anybody can go look at numbers and give you the best numbers. But what do they make you feel? Because I'm telling you, money doesn't move off of numbers. It moves off of feelings, vibrations. I hear underground rappers all the time that I think are better than anybody in the industry, right? SoundCloud rappers. Why they not getting paid? Because the right person don't like them. The right person don't ain't willing to put their money behind them. That's it. That's it. So yes, staying the course is slow, it's honorable, it's authentic, but also understanding that a little showmanship, a little panache is not a bad thing. That's why I like the dichotomy of like a Mr. Floyd and a Maurice Carver. I feel like Maurice, or better yet, Maurice and Earl Tudor, for example, right? Earl was known to be, Earl would fight you. And I'm just telling you what I heard. Earl would fight you. He didn't care about the flash. Halftime, he didn't care about how his dogs were bred. He was a performer. He was a box man. Maurice had a story, dressed nice, was a smooth talker, and they are both remembered. That's right. That's right, Harm Finish. I wasn't marketable, and I've learned that. You know what I'm saying? Also, what I've learned is I'm behind the curve when it comes to marketing anything because I didn't grow up marketing myself. So I didn't learn the pitfalls of how to market myself appropriately with dignity. So now I'm learning lessons that I should have learned as a kid, as an adult. As an adult, I'm learning about brand mergers and whose brand complements my brand long term versus a quick sale. And we supposed to be And we supposed to be, I supposed to end this live a long time ago, but y'all got me talking. I might have to go live a little bit later this afternoon too. But yeah, it wasn't marketable. It wasn't, yeah, it's like that, man. And it's understanding. Sometimes it's just not your time either, though. Sometimes it's just not your time. Like I'll give you another example of a belief of mine. I can't prove it, but it's a belief. I believe if I started my channel 1 year sooner, I would be in the 20s of thousands of viewers because during COVID, with the type of content I was putting out during COVID, I knew I would have blown. Personal opinion. Personal, I came out late in the game and was still able to get monetized. I'm proud of that because during COVID, it was people blowing up. Right, I give you an example. People that blew during COVID typically have between 20,000 and 100,000 views because they had a captive audience. People sitting at home. They never cracked a million. And after COVID was over and everybody started getting back out doing their thing, the viewership went down to like the same as my channel or any other channel. Like, you got 100,000 subscribers and we getting the same amount of views. How? What's that sake? What's that sake? What's that sake? Good. 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 So yeah. See, like he don't normally even bark at other dogs, but when he's in, I'm telling you, like when he's in keep, he gets a little bit more aggressive. Normally he sit there quiet. There's also when I have to be careful of yard accidents because when they feeling themselves and they in they whole bulldog mind state, yard accidents be happening, cuz. Yeah, so but yeah, y'all, let me say this prayer and get y'all up out of here, man. Um, for those of y'all that pray, please stay. If not, you can go ahead and leave, man. It's all good, man. But here we go. May the Lord watch between you and me while we're absent, one from another. Amen. For the love of the dogs, for the love of the game. Peace.
Yeah, they wasn't with me when it wasn't no shine. Now they pop up like, bro, we aligned. Lie on my name, let the rumors ride. That ain't my people, that ain't my kind. Samurai Cannon, who we built off cold. You either solid or you fold. If you ain't speak when my name got dragged, don't say my name when I get that bad. Yeah, they was cool when the door stayed open. Soon as it closed, they started joking. Smiling at pics, talking behind back. Same one tricking off the contacts. Use my name for their little clout runs. Then play dumb when the truth comes. Spread fake stories, half-ass facts. Now it's quiet when I double back. I don't argue, I let time talk. Same dudes broke while I still walk. Same lane, same code, no disguise. You showed your hand, I read them lies. Wasn't with me when it wasn't no shine. Now they pop up like, bro,